Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Be the Guru, Share Your Knowledge. In the series of entrepreneur stories, I have with me an amazing, vibrant, energetic company team here with me, Paramount Software Solutions, based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And their team, all bright smiles here. Thank you so much for joining, team. I'm so excited to be talking to you.
Thanks, Anu. Thanks for giving me the opportunity and giving my team the opportunity to showcase our story, our brand today on your call.
Thank you. Thank you, Pramod. So again, Pramod, you're based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and he's the CEO and founder of Paramount Software Solutions. And along with Pramod, we have the entire team here. I'll leave the stage to you to introduce yourselves, please.
I'll go first. Once again, thanks, Anu. My name is Pramod Sajja, President CEO of Paramount Software Solutions. We are a tech company based here in headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia for the last 20 plus years. And we are an end-to-end technology solution company. And I'm going to talk a little bit more once we get into it as to what we do, what makes us different, and things of that nature. And I'm also glad today to be joined by my team. I'm happy that not just me, it's also the team who's going to share their stories, their experiences being part of Paramount. So I'll turn it over to Kranthi to start with.
Hi, Anuradha. This is Kranthi. I'm from HR department. I'll be taking care of all the contracts and interaction with the employees. And frankly, this is first time I'm experiencing all these things. And thank you so much for the opportunity, Pramod and Anuradha. Thank you.
Wonderful. Next, Neha, do you want to go?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Anuradha, for this opportunity, first of all. So I'm part of the marketing team at Paramount. So I've been here for around a little over 4 years. So for me, when I joined Paramount for the first time, right, I was looking at it as more of a stepping stone to start my career with, but it's turned out to be my dream job. So yeah, the culture-wise, opportunity-wise, industry exposure-wise, it's a great place to work. So I'm loving it here.
Excellent. How about Amir?
Amir, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
And also mention where you are from.
Yes, so I'm Amir Boouker. I'm Tunisian. Tunisia is in the north of Africa. I'm a senior backend engineer. I joined Paramount for more than 6 months now and already worked on 2 projects. I like the diversity. I like everything related to this work, and it's an honor to be here with you today, guys, so we can share experience and so on.
Excellent. Thank you, Amir. How about you, Kristina?
Hi, everyone. Once again, thanks for this wonderful opportunity. So I'm Kristi. I'm located in Georgia. I work remotely for Paramount about 2 years now. I work as a proposal writer and market research specialist. I really enjoy, and I will tell you more as we go.
Awesome. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, team. And again, I have a quote that I just got reminded. A team is not a group of people that work together. A team is a group of people that trust each other. So I really feel happy to have this team along with me to discuss about the company's journey, the company's experience, the experience that you faced in the company. I'm so thrilled and excited for this conversation. Thank you so much once again. And to start a little bit about Paramount, Paramount is one of the leading providers of blockchain technology solutions in Atlanta area and is geared to meet the needs of organizations to streamline processes and business systems with these solutions. I leave the rest for the team to talk about the company. Please go about and introduce about your company.
I can start. So as I mentioned, Anu, we want to take this opportunity on your platform to announce the award that we got today, actually, as of 7 a.m. EST. We've been awarded by Inc. For best workplaces to work, best workplaces. So yeah, we're one of the 475 companies in the whole US which have been awarded, and it's online as of this morning. And I'm happy that we got an opportunity to share that with you on today's platform.
Excellent.
So having said, Sure, thank you. So having said that, we are a tech company, but culture first company. It's always the other way around, right? But for us, it's always a culture first company. And what I mean by that is that we do a lot of things. We're not just for the sake of saying that we have culture. Every company has a culture, but ours is very different. I'm gonna give a couple of examples as to what it basically means for culture for us. So one of the examples is like a couple of years back, since COVID started, Neha, who's on the panel today, she's come up with very unique. I won't call it a mission or a vision because we already have that. We have been living by it for the last 20 plus years. The unique thing, what she observed, which she felt like we have to start living by it since COVID started, is like rethink, reinvent, and give back. And I'm going to explain a little bit as to why I fell in love with it, the fact that, and we started to implement it all across the company. And when COVID hit, obviously, as you can imagine, that it's very different. Like, the whole world, COVID has touched every human being on the face of this planet, right? So it made us all rethink as to, how we live, what we've been doing, what needs to be done. So it kind of forced us to rethink. And that kind of became a mantra for us also. We started as a company, we kind of started to focus more on the culture, because we got this mindset change, especially with COVID, we all started living in a virtual world, but we have to make the best of it, as the saying goes, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. So same way, we kind of followed this track to be more tough and more resilient. And the second one is reinvent. And we all felt as a tech company, especially the pace at which the tech companies are progressing these days, like, in order for you to be sustainable for a long-term period, it's very important that, we reinvent ourselves. So maybe, while going, I'm going to explain a little bit more as to what we have done. Giving back is the most important thing for the whole company. And in fact, I love it as, I personally, I'm very affiliated to giving. So one of the examples as to, giving back for us is not just a CSR activity. So we I'll give you two examples as to how we elevated ourselves as a company, not just in the face of COVID, but, how this giving back has become kind of a culture for us, culture first, and it's been embedded into it. So one example was when COVID hit, the second wave of COVID hit India. So we all, the whole team came together on a webinar fundraising event. And in our 45-minute webinar, we raised about $45,000. The most interesting aspect of it is like, when we did this, people from all across US, everywhere, they were pouring in along with their kids. We actually had some scenarios where kids were also part of that fundraising. They actually emptied their piggy banks to donate, to the fundraising. So we collaborated with Seva International, and all the funds, the 45,000 that was raised, has been sent to help the victims of COVID-2, second wave of COVID victims. The second biggest example, I want to bring out is, I just recently, a couple of weeks back, I celebrated my milestone birthday. So to my surprise, the whole team all across the world, they came together, gave me a big surprise. The big surprise, which was driven by Kranthi, was they actually went ahead and did Annadanam. Like, in India, we have this concept of Annadanam for our milestone birthdays, anniversaries, and as such. So she went ahead along with some others in Hyderabad. They chose like 2 nonprofits to donate, which literally brought me and my wife into tears. So that is the level of giving back. It's not just that, we have it as a CSR activity, but it's kind of embedded into, the culture of our company.
That's
so I'll stop there and I'll let others talk.
That's amazing actually to hear and listen to the story behind and how the team has come together and helped one another in giving ideas and suggestions. And happy birthday to you, Pramod.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing the story and about Annadanam as well. As you mentioned, it's a food donation that we normally do for milestone birthdays or any birthday or occasions. It's really a good gesture. Thank you so much. Before we actually move on, once again, I wanted to continue with Pramod. Share a little bit about your background in childhood, where the place you're from, education, and the prior jobs that you experienced.
Sure, absolutely, Anu. I am brought up in Hyderabad, and I am from a middle-class family. My mom, dad, they were government employees. So for me, since I was a kid, probably early teens, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So that kind of embedded into me. And I should probably say that, my mom has been the biggest influence in my life from the get-go. So she always believed, not that, every parents feel that, their kids are gonna, go do great things, but like my mom's confidence in me was like at a different level altogether. Not just that, what she went through, with a medical condition. So I learned everything from her, the dedication, the tenacity to fulfill the role and responsibilities. Early on, I was able to, I'm very fortunate enough to have my mom as my mentor, fortunate enough, for me to learn from, a lot of these attributes from her that kind of helped me all throughout my life. Not just the fact that, not just on my professional life, but it also helped me a lot on my personal life.
Excellent.
So that's basically how my journey started. And I've always been a voracious reader, always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And when I landed in US, I was given the opportunity to run the company, start a company, and I took that as a challenge. And it was a very great experience. I mean, having to come from India with no experience, exposure to advanced nation was a culture shock, as you call it. It was a pure culture shock, but very pleasantly. Absolutely. So the one thing I would say is that I don't think, if it was not for US, I probably would not have achieved, as what I have achieved right now. So as the country claims, this is a land of opportunity. As an immigrant, now I'm a citizen, but as an immigrant, I would say like there is no other place on the face of this planet like the United States of America. They truly stand for what they believe, which is it's a land of opportunities. And that's coming from immigrant, who made it, I wouldn't call it big, but yeah, who made it. Like, I fulfilled dreams of being an entrepreneur, and I've been running a successful tech company for the last 20 plus years.
Those are powerful words that I hear from you. And as you said, land of opportunities. We have so many opportunities that are available around us. It's all how we utilize those opportunities and, flourish ourselves. That's excellent to hear about. And thanks for sharing about your mom. This is a Mother's Day weekend that we just celebrated. And I'm so happy to hear about your mom as well. Is there anything else that you would like to add that we've missed out?
I finally would want to add that, I'm also happy for the fact that, we as a company, not just build a company, but we help a lot of our employees achieve their American dream. So that's what makes me the most happiest, that, we are not just growing as a company, but, we are growing as a team, and we're growing our culture also, especially for all our employees based in US. A lot of them, the last 20 plus years, we've helped a lot of these people achieve the American dream. And you and I know as to how important that is, the kind of struggles that we all go through to achieve their dream. And that, I'm very happy that Paramount has been the platform, has been the enabler for a lot of these employees, who've been employed with Paramount to help them achieve, the American dream.
That makes me so happy, because you just said that your dreams came true and you're making other people's dreams come true as well.
Yes, absolutely.
As the journey of Paramount continues. How did all this happen? I mean, what triggered the entrepreneurial journey? Just a little bit on the introduction of how you jumped into this entrepreneurial journey.
Oh, that's a very interesting story. And I've been telling this for the last 20 years. Since I landed in US, I've been telling this story. So I'll try and make it more interesting now. So I always had this bug, since I was 13, 14, to be an entrepreneur. So that kind of motivated me. And, I was a voracious reader. I used to read, all kinds of books. And that's how it kind of, started my journey. And then I did my master's. I had the opportunity to come to US. The one interesting thing I would say is that probably maybe I'm the only one in the whole state, not just in Georgia, in the whole United States, probably someone who came on an H-1, which is a work visa, and not work for any company. So my motivation, my passion was so high that I just asked my brother for one opportunity, because my brother was already here. I said, just give me 1 year. I want to make this. I want to prove myself as an entrepreneur. And all I needed was that 1 year. And to give credit to my team and all our ex-employees, current employees, we grew. I never worked for any other company since I landed in US. So that's one interesting tidbit about my journey. So yeah, that's how it basically started. I'm not going to get into as to how it started and how we grew. Probably, yeah, but as we go in, I'm going to explain it a bit more.
Sure. Thank you so much, Pramod. And next question I have is for one of the team members. Anybody can pick to answer this question. I just wanted to hear your team's journey and experience. How did you share a little bit about your experience in Paramount? Any one of you?
I can go ahead actually, because when I joined Paramount, like it's been 2.5 years with Paramount. So when I joined, I was like, okay, it's a normal company, because I have I've worked for 3 or 4 companies before. I thought the same. But when I joined the company, I found like big difference between my old companies and the present. Just because not only the CEO, the president of the company, it's because of the team. I was surprised how every team member is on the same page. They are polite, they are always active and interactive. Everything was on the same page, first thing. And here we can experiment, we can think out of the box, we can implement our thoughts here directly. We just need approval. Sometimes that is also not needed if we really feel it's good for the company. We have that liberty here. The same way I started working, this is my personal experience. So I started the same way, like the small. Now I'm here and I am confident on all the things. And Pramod, when interacts with each person, he knows the positives and negatives. So he exactly fit that person, especially me. I don't know what I'm capable of, but now, yes, I do. Because he has trained me. He gave me some trainings from team. And after that, I'm really confident on doing things. And that's what give and take, maybe that truly works here. And the part of Annadanam, that's because I thought doing a very small one, only for one organization, which was small. Because again here, when I explained this concept to the team members, they were open. And they told, okay, Kranthi, if you are going, we'll go a little big. That way we planned for 2 organizations, we went for 2 and we have done it. So we have that liberty in the company. We discuss, teamwork matters here. So everything is like good. So yeah, maybe Pramod is here and we are here for that reason.
Excellent.
Now, one interesting tidbit I want to add about Kranthi is the fact that, her confidence level has shot up to a point where now, she advises me. She doesn't back out in giving advice that, sometimes I see it very refreshing, her sending me WhatsApp message saying, you approved so-and-so thing, but don't you want to rethink about it? Don't you think that's not the right thing to do? I love it. That's exactly what I want. I'm happy that we build a team, who are willing to say not just being a yes man, but also when something is going wrong, they voice their opinions. And that's one of the things I love about the whole team.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of teamwork, right? So brainstorm. When you brainstorm, you get more and more ideas, right? So even in team meetings, we just allow everyone to speak and each one of us comes with an innovative idea. If we all agree to it or we all disagree to it, that's the beauty of teamwork. And that's the motto of this conversation. I wanted to hear from the team members about the company's story. That really makes me so happy. Thank you so much once again, Kranthi. And the next thing I wanted to hear is teams, happy times at Paramount. Just share 1 or 2 happy times. If you remember any of the occasions or get-togethers, anything that you want to share. Any one of you, team members?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Amir.
One of the happy times for me especially is actually being processed right now, because since I'm from Tunisia and only me and another colleague from Tunisia, me and her, we communicated and we went directly to Pramod and we told him, well, yes, we know that we enjoy the company. We see ourselves in the company and so on, but there are some difficulties regarding here, the Tunisia in general and so on. And the reaction is he heard us and then he told us to whom we should address everything. And the happy moment, and especially for the Tunisian team, let's say, is today we had like a list of demands that today they are being processed, and it's a win for us. And today is one of the happiest days here because I can see more years in the future that I'll be here with Paramount Software. So
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that experience, Amir. What is, I wanted to hear about, since we're talking about team and teamwork, when one is demotivated, how does the team help or mentor one another? So this is just a good, I want to hear a few words about what you feel about motivating the team members. Any of you?
In single line, I can say probably here, that's what I told in last meetings also. We are not scared to make mistakes because we are learning from the mistakes. So, nobody are here to question you like, oh my God, what happened? It's not like, okay, it happened. Don't worry, be careful, do it next time. Next time. But it's not that, raising a point and somebody is taunting here. So I don't think so many people will get demotivated by these things, right? So I did not experience anything like that till date. I don't know what Nick.
Yeah, I totally agree with Kranthi. Yeah.
Wonderful. This makes me happy to hear this because we are hearing a lot, COVID especially, as Pramod just now said, that's something that we have never experienced. We've never seen such a situation. And in that situation, people work together, and especially teams like this, when you motivate one another, and that's how we flourish as a company, right? So I just see a great example here, an energetic and vibrant team.
Anu, if you can repeat your last question, I know Neha has a very interesting story that she can share. I'll let her take a stab at that.
Sure. So the question was, when one is demotivated, how does the team help or mentor one another?
As far as I know, from my team, the first thing I hear from my teammates is, you're going to do great. You're going to do great. You're going to do great. That's the first thing I hear from Pramod. That's the first thing I hear from other people from the marketing team, from Kranthi, from HR. It's just that they have so much faith in you that it's hard to doubt yourself. So
excellent. Yeah. Excellent. What a great line you mentioned.
I'll expand a little bit more on that as to what Neha has done for the team. So our social media, Neha is part of the marketing and content management, but with Farm to Plate, and we also have a podcast like the one that you do, Future Foodcast. So Future Foodcast is completely powered by Farm to Plate. Farm to Plate is our blockchain-powered supply chain solution to disrupt the food and beverage industry.
Mm-hmm.
So because it's being developed right now, it's a product which is going to disrupt the whole industry. The way the supply chain, and obviously COVID is a very big example. It taught us a lot of lessons, the need and importance of transparency, and as to how the members of the ecosystem has to work together to make sure that, you're empowering the end consumer with the information that they need. So with that in mind, we kind of started this. So when we built it, we want this to be built as a brand. So for that reason, we started building the whole marketing team. So before we knew it, we kind of went from 2 members to 3 to 4 to 6 to 8 member team. So now we have an 8-member team. And now you're dealing with 3 brands with all the social media, whatever the social media is out there. So they've been doing a good job, but the fact that the team was like not accountable, obviously, as you can imagine, everyone wants to feel more appreciated, take control, ownership of certain things. So Neha is the one who strategically came up with call it a slide or a deck, and then she walked through wherein she started dividing the teams for itself. And then at the same time, because we are an holacracy culture, which means we don't follow the top down, we are a flat management, but at the same time, we want to give that accountability and ownership to people. And she came up with a very unique idea, explained it to the team, and they just took it. And after that, everyone were happy, because I had that one-on-one calls with everyone. They said, we love it. This is exactly, we didn't know how to say this, but the fact that you guys came up with this idea to give us the accountability and ownership really helped us to be more motivated. Excellent. So this just happened not even 3 months back, which was, and all credit goes to Neha for initiating that.
Excellent, Neha. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this, because this is a world of social media. Everything is social media now, and how we pitch there and how we market ourselves there, that really matters. And especially when we have a very great appealing product or service, it's how to get the word there to the people or viewers watching. So that's a great
One of the biggest takeaway for the whole Neha's and her team members is the fact that we are a tech company, but since we started the Future Foodcast, we kind of became a publishing company. We are actually generating a lot more content, more than any publishing company, believe it or not. So, which was very unique for the company. It's helping us out, to create like very unique content and publish that. And so, as I said, we being a tech company, getting to that point is a very unique experience for us, and we love it.
That's excellent. Thank you, Pramod. I do have a rapid fire round. Before we get into that, I just wanted to hear from one of you on one or two lines about the services of Paramount Soft, because we do have the website. People can go refer to the website, paramountsoft.net. But I just wanted to hear it from one of you. Just share about the services that you offer. Any of you?
The services that the team I constantly work with is we develop solutions from cloud to application to website to everything, and that's powered by blockchain. My team ensures in an agile environment that what we provide is a top notch in some of our calls, and that's like something that motivates me a lot. Sometimes we say, hey, we are solving an uncharted problems. We are writing something new. Some of the stuff we are trialing, they do not exist right now. So what we're doing, we're a team of engineering whose role is to improve the world we're living in through blockchain and through digitalization of data that's been always forgotten.
Excellent. Thank you, Amir. Thank you, Amir, for that explanation, actually. Okay, now let's get into a quick rapid fire. So let me start. I'm going to go in the round robin fashion as I see on the screen. First thing is, I see Kranthi here. What is the favorite part of your job?
Interacting with all team members. And yes, streamlining the process now.
Okay, awesome. I have Pramod next. Do you love working from home or from office?
Oh, from home, obviously. 100% home. I've been doing it even before COVID hit. So I always love that.
COVID has changed our lives, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, next I have Neha. What's your go-to remote work outfit?
A tee and a pair of jeans.
Okay. Yeah, I think most of us love to do that. I mean, comfortable, right? The next person I have is Amir. What's your proudest professional achievement?
I just finished a project that's called Net Carbon, and I was like soloing the backend, which was the first challenge that I had at Paramount, and I managed to deliver. And right now I'm in a new project.
Awesome.
So that's my proudest one so far.
That's good. Next, I have Kristina. What's your favorite way to spend a day off?
Okay, I don't have anything special to say, like as usual, meeting with my friends or my family members, going to new places, meeting new people. I really enjoy to
That's
kind
great.
of.
That's a good way, actually, to, friends are always
nothing special, I can tell.
Okay, next I have Kranthi. What have you learned or improved recently from your colleagues? I think you mentioned already, but yeah.
Yeah, the teamwork and being patient, especially from Gauri, like she always smiles, okay, whatever the situation, and she explains. So be patient. Being an HR, patience is the first thing comes. So yeah, I learned it actually.
Very good. I mean, each of us have something to share to the other person. So I guess we're all learning from each of us. Thank you for that. And Pramod, what are you most looking forward to doing when you retire?
That's a very good question. So I've been planning on retiring since I was like 30 years old. So I thought, okay, when I'm 30, I'm going to retire. When I'm 40, I'm going to retire. When I'm 50, I'm going to retire. but that never happened. Looks like, I'm chasing this dream. Like I'm always like 10 years behind my dream. But having said that, yeah, one day I have to retire. When I do that, I probably would travel a lot, because that's the one thing, building the company, running the company is like, I've not traveled much. For business, obviously we did, but not for exploring. So I think, after I retire, I would be doing a lot of travel with my family.
Excellent. Thank you all. That's a great set of answers that I've got. And it's interesting to see each of your perspectives. And that's wonderful. Neha, we just wanted to hear a little bit about Farm to Plate. Just a couple of words.
So what I can say is it's an end-to-end blockchain solution for the food and beverage industry. So while we're already delivering IT solutions on the Paramount side, we decided to get into product development on the Farm to Plate side. There, our focus is even more on the giving back and reinventing side. So we have several modules dedicated to farmer welfare, to consumer health and welfare. So our vision there is very much to change and help the community, the society, and uplifting farmers, uplifting the downstream manufacturers in every way that we can. So
awesome. And I have one more question for Pramod here. So what are some of the tips and suggestions that you give for the budding entrepreneurs or anybody who is looking forward to start a company?
The one advice I would give is work hard. I'm always a big believer in that. And again, obviously, work hard means like smart working hard. And I always live by this one statement that if you keep doing the same thing and expect a different result, you're not going to be successful. It might seem like a very standard statement, but it's very applicable in your professional and also personal life. So for any entrepreneur that is coming up who has those instincts, you always have to be an out of the box thinker, which means like, you should dare to dream to do things a very different way. So which means like every day you have to plan, every hour, every week, every quarter, you have to have plans and then start doing things differently. I think that's the one thing a lot of people will tend to forget, that they'll keep doing the same things and expect a different result. And when the result obviously remains same, that's what discourages them. So yeah, that's what I would say, like, always be very innovative and have your plans.
There is a famous quote that says, doing the same thing and expecting different result is the definition of insanity. So,
That's good.
100% relate what you're saying. And that quote, I took it from a game, by the way.
No, I'm going to use it. I never use it. I always use this sentence, but I never use the word insanity. Now that it makes sense, I'll start to use that after.
Yes.
Awesome. Wish you all a great success as a team and this company. I'm really so happy to have spoken to all of you, Pramod and team, Pramod, Kranthi, Neha, Amir, and Kristina. This is such a vibrant and an energetic team, as I already mentioned. And I'm so excited to have this conversation with you all. Thank you so much.
Thanks, once again. Thanks for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Anuradha.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you.